absolutely exhausted after listening to that one.
I know, why?
Oh, I know. So, welcome to the Pure Local Extra Show. I'm Kim Frederick. That was Caliente by Zoila Garman, who is one of my guests this afternoon. Hiya, Zoila.
Whoop, 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 whoop. How are you doing?
And my other guest is Ramone Pickover. Woo!
Hello.
Hiya. Thank you so much for coming in. Do you know what? This is just going to be a ball of energy this afternoon. I can tell this. This is really good. So, Zoila, old friend of Newport City Radio. We haven't seen you for about a year and a half now.
That should be, something that the law should...
You need to put this right. But
honestly,
you have put it right.
Yeah.
Got new music coming out, which you're going to tell us about in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Ramone, this is your first visit to Newport City Radio.
100%.
And you've got loads to talk about as well. So you've got new music. You've also got a book to talk about.
Yep.
Let's start with your new track that you sent me that was released yesterday. You had a launch party yesterday?
Yes. So there was a single and video launch show at Fuel in Cardiff yesterday, and the music video was really well received. We've already got like 1,700 views.
Great.
Which is fantastic. So it's much better than expected, really. And Fuel was packed last night. I'm a bit knackered today because of it, but it was awesome.
I know you are struggling. Bless your heart. I know that you're I couldn't even tempt you with a pair of drumsticks today, could I? Because you're all drummed out.
Yeah. Like all the muscles are used,
off.
everything. Yeah. But I'm here and I'm energetic.
You are. So the name of your band is?
Grand Mirage.
And how long have Grand Mirage been together?
So they've been together since before the pandemic, just before they started. And I joined them, I think it's now like a year and a half ago. They had they had a drummer before me, and they released an album like during COVID. It was called A Vision of Blue, and then they were looking for a new drummer, and I arrived in Cardiff from Cape Town, and that's it, really.
That's the story.
Yeah, I mean, I like my band's like a whole bunch of young guys. They're all like they're like early 20s.
Well, you're only young as well,
Come on, Kim. Come on, Kim.
I'm trying to make friends here.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Just trying to help you.
That's fine. Okay, mid-40s. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. It's fine. No problem.
Everybody's happy. That's good. Where did the name come from for the band? Do you know?
I actually don't know, to be honest. I asked the guys and I said, like, when I Googled it, it's like the first thing that comes up is like
hotels.
Some hotels.
Loads of them.
Yeah, I know, tons of them. And I was like, are we named after a hotel group?
This is what I wondered.
Yeah, I thought.
Is there a story here about hotel rooms that we're missing out on?
Yeah. I'm not really sure. I think maybe what you'd have to do is you'd have to get us in as a band and let my vocalist Alex explain that.
I think we'll do this
I think there's a much deeper story that I'm just not aware of. There's
got to be a story here, hasn't there?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, so what about the song then? Who wrote this song? Because it's called Cow-Eyed Glances.
Yes.
And I just love a song that's got a curious title. Because,
do you know what that means?
Well, I know what cow-eyed means.
Okay, so what does it mean?
So cow-eyed is like when you're like... I'm doing the look now.
Oh, do it? Yes. No one can see, so it's okay. But you can describe it. Oh, yeah. That's basically it. It's a romantic look, an unstated romantic flirty look.
Yes.
So wide-eyed and flirty look. So
did I do a good cow eye then?
That was excellent.
Good,
excellent,
thank you.
Excellent. I don't know if you've had a chance to see the music video, but it's also got like a narrative associated to Cow-Eyed Glances itself. And I mean, I don't want to go too much into it because it's supposed to be interpretive, really.
Yeah.
So maybe like I suggest everybody watch the video. Just Google it, go to YouTube, look for Grand Mirage Cow-Eyed Glances, and you can watch the video and then see what it's actually about. Listen to the lyrics. All the lyrics are there as well. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So, do you do songwriting yourself? I mean, I know if you're in a band, obviously you're contributing to the format of you can't help but do that. But do you get involved with the melody making and the lyrics, or just the rhythm?
Well, not so much this song. This song is my vocalist Alex Davison's like baby, really. I mean, he wrote it from scratch and he just brought it to the band room and he said, this is a song that I want to do, and we realized this is the single that we want to release first. As soon as he played it, it was just that. So
we should listen to it, really.
Yeah, I agree. I'll let the listeners listen to it.
Here we go then. This
you.
is Cow-Eyed Glances by Grand Mirage.
Got nothing to say, so I say I'm alright. Try to drown you out, sugar and sea. Got a festering doubt, and it's starting to sting.
Right here.
Right here.
Right now.
Right now.
Different kinds of music.
Newport City Radio.
She said there's too much weighing on my head, but the truth is gonna set me free. And every second that I spend dwelling on whatever said, I realize that I do agree. And when I saw my life as an uphill climb, and my ghosts always follow me, I gotta share my mind while I still got time, cause the truth is gonna set me free. Funny how I got here, used to be the one who'd be holding everyone else together, and now my head spins, circles through the air like a feather. You know I kept things deep within my mind, it's been tethered. I've been talking to my girl about the way that I feel, trying to put my past together, separate what is real, and try to fathom what is fiction and what things are concealed and hidden deep in my subconscious that was time to reveal. I can hand on heart tell you that I'm growing as a person, but have to keep a watch for my past in case it worsens. I'm trying to endeavor for a better life, gotta grab the past, pull the gas, strike a match to the shit light. Cause I've been running from myself for too long, hiding in each word of every lyric and new song. The demons in my head are trying to tell me they're too strong. There's hundreds of them in there that I got to just prove wrong. She said there's so much weighing on my head, but the truth is gonna set me free. And every second that I spend dwelling on whatever said, I realize that I do agree. And when I saw my life as an uphill climb, and my ghosts always follow me, I gotta share my mind while I still got time, cause the truth is gonna set me free. She's noticed that I lost sleep. Lately I've been feeling subdued and follow her like a lost sheep. Rebuilding everything is such a long leap. The water looked safe and I swam until it got deep. Thought I could take it on, just myself and I. Thought I could leave my past in a cell to die. But I manifested groupie on my music control. I needed help from someone special who protected my soul. I'm feeling confident that we can fix me, but first I gotta balance out my history. I couldn't see her where and the odds were against me. I was ready to give up when she began to convince me. She said, gather your composure, face your mistakes and the pain will be over. Learn from the truth and the healing will be closer. But you gotta learn to let go or you'll never find closure. She said there's so much weighing on my head, but the truth is gonna set me free. And every second that I spend dwelling on whatever said, I realize that I do agree. And when I saw my life as an uphill climb, and my ghosts always follow me, I gotta share my mind while I still got time, cause the truth is gonna set me free.
That's a song called The Truth.
Cause the truth is gonna set me free, no, no, no.
Drew Ian there, very first airplay for that, brand new track, actually hasn't quite been released. I think it's due for release at the end of the month. Just dropped into my inbox this week along with several other tracks, so thank you, Drew, for sending those in. And Drew is actually going to be a guest on the show in a few weeks' time, so I'm looking forward to that. Right, let's get back to you guys then. So we've talked a little bit about Ramone's music, and it's now time to talk about Zoila. Oh, you're always excitable. You're one of the most excitable people I know. Don't ever change.
Oh, I'll try. I'll do my best.
Okay. Right. You've got new music coming up then.
Yes.
Because you've been off the scene for a little while.
It is so exciting, though.
I know, we have missed you.
I have been off the scene, but I've been cooking on the background. So, yeah.
Tell us about it then. What can we expect next time?
Yes. So the reason why I went off for 2 years approximately from, all the music and all the stuff that belongs to the music is because I've been starting a degree on music producing. Ooh. And now I just finished my first year, actually. And that is quite related to my music, actually. And I have now kind of the knowledge that it requires to start producing my own music. And then now we're going to start releasing from May the 5th a bunch of new musics, but new songs, but we're going to start one song per month until January 2026.
And you're going to let's have one for next week, aren't you? So we can give it a launch next week. What's the one you're going to send me for next week? What's it going to be called and what's it about?
The name of the new song that's going to be released on May the 5th is called Salsa Baby.
Oh,
so it's all about Caribbean rhythms, Afrobeats. It's just like a lovely combination.
Perfect for the summer.
Of my background. Yes, exactly.
Because you're from Dominican Republic?
I am originally from the Dominican Republic, yeah.
Okay, and you've lived in Spain as well, I think, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm a hybrid. Yeah. Now I'm Welsh, okay? Hey. But yeah, it's like the beautiful combination of the heat and the Caribbean bubbly personality from Las Americas, right? From America. And then the friendly, welcoming Welsh a person, the personality that this country, this culture has to provide to everybody coming here.
Yeah, it's good, isn't
So
it?
yeah.
We've got a truly international show today because there's you coming from Spain and Dominican Republic, Ramone from South Africa as well.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's me from England.
Lovely combo.
I know, it works. It works for us, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Nice.
Global.
That's good. Right, listen, we're going to have an old song of yours, Zoila, and I'm promising next week we'll have a brand new one from you.
Awesome.
But this one goes back to, I don't know, I'm going to say 2017. You entered this into a song competition that we ran. And somewhere there's a video of you on YouTube performing this in the neon, wasn't there? And your little girl, Alexa, was in it
my
as well.
little boy too.
And your little boy was there.
Both of them.
I can't remember your son's name.
Alpha.
Yeah. I think we should listen to this, and then we're going to come back and talk about some other things.
Awesome.
Now.
It's just good song after good song.
Newport City Radio.
Coming up next are Zoila and Ramone, and we are talking music and books as well. Let's move to books. Ramone, I know that you read. Zoila, do you read?
I do. Magazines.
It's all right. It's all got words in it. It's fine.
Yeah. I read, I know how to read.
She knows how to read. Well, I love reading. I'm always got my nose in a book. And so, Ramone, you've written a book.
I have. Yeah.
And I've just finished reading it.
Oh, awesome.
It took me by surprise a little bit because I saw that you'd written a book and it's called 8 Beats for Life.
Life in 8 Beats.
Life in 8 Beats, that's it.
Yeah.
I have read it, honest I am.
I was about to say.
And I bought it thinking, this is great. This is somebody local who makes music and he's written a book. I'm going to read it. And I thought this is going to be how to play the drums. And as we've got a set of drums in the radio, I thought, I'm going to learn how to play the drums here. But then I bought it and I started reading it. I thought, this is right up my street. This is all about organising. Well, you explain what it's about then.
Yeah, so it's kind of been an idea kind of rattling around in my head for a few years, really. And often like the drumming and percussion book market is oversaturated with like a lot of tutorial books. Not saying that they're bad. I mean, obviously, like everybody has to learn at some point. But I wanted to have something that everybody could kind of relate to. How can you actually relate drumming to like everyday things in life and obviously achieving your goals and that kind of thing. So it's a bit of a motivational book. It's a mixture of
it's very motivational.
of tying the drumming methodology into how you can achieve your goals, really. And that's basically what it's about. That's the summary. So
it's a really easy read because it's not too long and it doesn't waffle. So really, you get straight to the point in every chapter, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
And I think anybody who just needs a little bit of a pointer in life, who's maybe going through a bit of a muddle in their life, could do well from reading this book. And the fact that it relates to drumming as well is an extra bonus because there's a lot of motivational books out there, and I've read a lot, and you've probably read a lot as well. But a lot of the time they're quite samey, aren't they? But this just puts a different spin on it, and it's such an easy read. So I'm definitely going to recommend it to people.
Thank you, Kim. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to try and like keep it short as possible because the thing is I set a goal for myself. I'm going to put it only to 50 pages because people don't always have the same sort of attention span that they do nowadays.
Right.
Scrolling through social media, they don't always have time to read like a 300-page book about motivation. That's not really what you want, and you need it focused. And that's kind of the approach that I took when I wrote it. So
that's great. Are there any plans to write another book or anything else?
Yes. So I think the next book I might write, it's not going to be, because this one's kind of one that I wanted to get out there initially. It's an idea that's been rattling around. I think the next one I might write might be fiction, potentially.
Oh, great.
I love like fantasy novels, and like one of my like favorite books is like, okay, actually it is a motivational book a little bit, but it's like Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. It's got a narrative, and you can also learn about how to maintain a motorbike. Not that I'm a biker at all, but anyway, those are the kind of like I will definitely write a fiction book next. That's my next goal, but that's going to take a little bit longer.
Yes, so, fiction is quite a long thing to write, isn't it? And I always, because I've self-published a book as well, but so I kind of know.
I didn't know that.
No,
you should share. I want to read it now.
It's about life in a radio stations.
That's cool though.
But we write about what we know about, don't we? This is the thing. You write about what you know about, and I know some dirty little secrets. Let me tell you. I'm joking.
Share the gossip, please.
No, but it is, and it's. I always find the struggle with writing fiction is finding the right ending. Actually, ending it to me is the most difficult thing.
Of course. Yeah.
So I need to get good at that, really.
Well, I think a really good book shouldn't really end.
Yeah, they do say that.
That's the trick. You got to not end it.
Yeah.
That's actually the goal.
Leave a space for the next one to come along.
Leave a space for the next one. Or if there is an end, it needs to be something like Lord of the Rings that has a very particular end.
And it never ends. That one especially.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you don't read very much then, Zoila?
I do, but my journal or the things that I read about are more educational. As in, if I want to learn, for example, what I'm doing now. music producing. I will get involved in it and even learn an instrument or an instrument that I haven't played before or something like that. But mostly educational, if that makes sense.
Well, that's good. It's all reading, isn't it? You know,
exactly.
But I read.
You do read, yeah.
I read in many languages, actually.
Oh, well, there we go. See, you trump us already.
So, exactly.
That's it. We haven't got a chance of competing with that, really.
Come on.
Oh dear. But do you know, I've got, in the town where I live, we've got this little bookshop. It's a secondhand bookshop, and it's open 4 days a week, I think, and it's 10p a book, and it is stuffed full of every kind of book. It is amazing. You can get fiction in there. You can get books on flower arranging. You can get religious books. You can get motivational books. You can get kids' books, everything in there. 10
motivational.
I go in there with my carrier bag and I come back with it stuffed full and I've spent £1.
Don't you also just love the smell of old bookstores?
Yes.
I mean, there's something about that. There's like just something that like triggers in your memory.
Yeah.
Actually, my grandparents used to own a bookstore.
Did they?
Yeah.
So
So in our
lucky.
little town
Nice.
that I grew up in Potchefstroom, they owned a little bookstore and stationery shop. I was the only one that was there.
lovely.
Also, only sold vinyls. Well, the only place that sold vinyls. But yeah, so it triggers like that kind of like childhood memory for me when I smell a bookshop.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of books in the house, both of you?
I do.
Yeah.
I think no, not so much now. But when I was back home in South Africa, we did. But when we buy a house eventually, we'll have a little library space.
I think so. Yeah. I think also you can tell a lot about a person by their bookshelf. Would you say?
Definitely, because you will say things that you will not normally express. You know, I mean, judging by the titles of the of the books that are on the shelf, you can't judge the people.
Okay, I want to come back and talk more about books and writing and things in a minute, but before that, let's have another music track. This is Josh Hicks, and it's a song called Same Air. This is absolutely beautiful. You're gonna love.
That was excellent.
Woo! Yes.
Beautiful song.
I always think that he sounds a little bit
Josh.
like Will Young. I always tell him that as well. He's probably fed up with me saying it, to be honest.
Beautiful.
Josh is coming in as a guest on the show in a few weeks' time. Actually, I won't be here. I'm having a little holiday, and Stephen is going to be in taking my place there. So,
I mean, good for Stephen.
I know he's a good lad, isn't he? I'll buy him a cake. He's not supposed to be eating cake, but I keep giving him cakes. I'm not really being that kind, am I? I'm trying. He doesn't say no.
Naughty, naughty.
Naughty. Right, let's talk about things that you got coming up. First of all, Zoila, what have you got in the pipeline apart from these new songs that you're just releasing?
Yes, amazing. We're going to be singing on the Refs of Cuba in 2 weeks' time on the 18th. So it's Friday at 9 p.m. Also, we're going to have a set of performers from La Pareja Dance who are going to be dancing with us as well. It's all about salsa, merengue, bachata, bolero, so everybody's welcome in Cardiff.
Okay.
The Refs of Cuba on the 18th. Apart from that, Kim, we are getting ready for the video, the music video as well, for the new
Can't wait for
music
this.
on the 5th. And I just want to call everybody to kind of support this music that's going to come on the 18th of May.
Okay.
No, 18 of... No. Let's rewind.
I don't know if you don't know.
Okay, the 18th is the performance at the Refs
Did you
of
say the
Cuba.
6th of May?
And the 5th of May, the
5th.
5th.
We all got it wrong, really, didn't we?
Yeah, I just want everybody to be, supportive, because I made this music with all the joy, all my bubbly personality for everybody to enjoy.
Got to be honest, nobody can listen to your music and
Without
not-
moving.
Yeah, you've
Oh,
got to
no,
move and
no.
you've got to smile, because it is definitely feel-good music.
Yeah.
I know it is.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, I know. And how's the Zumba going? Because you were teaching Zumba at one
Yeah, I
time.
put a break on it.
Yeah.
For a couple of, until a couple of months until I get back to it. But for now, my music, the project at
Can't do
university.
everything. See, you're like me. You
so-
keep saying yes to everything. You don't have enough
You
time.
know the spirit.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Right, Ramone, what have you got coming up? Actually, let's go back in history a little bit. Tell us
Okay.
about how you came to be in Wales and your musical career.
Okay, so I think I'll go back to when I first came to Wales. So I arrived in Wales in 2004 initially. I came here with my band at that time. They're called Ill System. They're actually still around. They're quite a big metal band from South Africa. They kind of mix reggae and metal, very similar to Newport's own Skindred.
Oh, I was going to say, is that similar sound?
We actually at that time recorded in Skindred's studio. We recorded our first album there, and we did very well. We won the UK Battle of the Bands at the time, and then we toured Europe, and we played with Bloodhound Gang and a few other names. But anyway, so yeah, that's
You're being shy now, aren't you?
I am being a little bit, but it's fine.
You can boast on this show. It's fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I've got a lot to get through. So
okay.
So I lived here in 2004 and 5, and then I moved back to South Africa, and then I got offered a job in Cardiff Bay. So now I work as a digital project manager. So very different to being a drummer and a musician and an author. So then I came back, and then I found my band Grand Mirage now. So that's basically it. That's the short summary.
Yeah.
And then things that I've got coming up. We've got two kind of big shows coming up. So on the 31st of May, we're playing in London at the Far East Festival. So there's like 120 bands over multiple venues. And yeah, it's actually the first time we're playing in London, which is great. So that's an exciting one. Yeah. And then there's another one that's coming up on the 10th of August. We're playing in Hereford at the Down on the Farm Music Festival. It's the Watkins
I've heard
Cider.
of that one.
Yeah, it's a great festival. We played there last year, and we're playing on the Barn stage this year, which is the big stage, on the Sunday. So yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
Great.
And we've got one more single coming out at some point.
Yeah.
We still need to get the music video done. So we've got this like methodology where we release a music video with a single. You have to nowadays, you know, just how it is, instead of doing the album thing. And, we did that. So yeah.
Can I interrupt you a little bit?
Of course.
I don't know if you feel the same vibe, but it's so amazing to hear another musician, new single. And I am like, yes, my new single is coming around. But then I'm thinking, like, it's your new single this time.
Exactly.
And it is such a good vibe. I don't know. All the best, actually.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I mean, you're constantly creating, and you have to. As a musician, it's your outlet. It's also your way to just kind of like speak, really.
To create.
Exactly.
Creation.
Exactly.
We are creators, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is all the kind of thing that you talk about in your book, isn't it?
Of course.
But not just applying it to music. You can apply it to anything in life, can't you? It's it's all. I mean, one of the things that I loved about your book was the bit about creation and about also not being afraid to make mistakes, because making mistakes it's part of growing, isn't it? It's
exactly
how you learn things.
It's exactly how you learn.
And yet people are embarrassed to make a mistake, embarrassed to try something in case they get it wrong. Well, of course you're going to get it wrong.
It's because we grew up thinking and caring way too much on what people and society is going to think about us after we made the mistake. But in reality, learning is a pathway to developing, to knowing.
Yeah, and I think you have to put yourself in the shoes of other people on looking, because if you knew somebody and they tried something and it didn't work out the way they planned, you wouldn't think badly of them. You wouldn't laugh at them, point the finger at them.
At all.
You'd kind of say, oh, well, good luck next time, So why would anybody else be any different?
Yeah.
if you tried something and failed.
And also your perception of failure is also very different to external perception of failure.
Yes.
So that's the other thing. It's always how you think, oh, you've made the worst mistake in the world, and you just want to go crawl into a hole somewhere.
But nobody else has noticed.
No one even noticed. So no one even knows.
That's right.
And that's often why we feel like we fail, but we don't really.
Yeah.
So,
exactly right. Yeah. Right. One more thing that I want to ask you, as musicians, I don't know whether you've ever done this, but if I asked you, can you do a tribute act to somebody, just off the top of your head, who could you do a tribute to? Oh,
go ahead.
I'd say my father.
Oh, right.
So my dad's, I mean, he's a drummer as well.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting. When I grew up, I didn't actually ever think, I was like, no, drumming's not for me, really. And then he kind of forced me to sit behind the drum kit. And he was in a lot of kind of famous bands in South Africa, and he still plays now to this day. And he's in his late 60s, 70s now. So he's, I do a tribute to him. All his bands, I mean, they've been amazing. So yeah, 100%.
That's really nice. Yeah. What about you then, Zoila?
Do you know, before I was listening to Ramone.
Ramone. Yeah, you got it right. Yeah, I'm named after the band.
I was going to ask you that as well. Are you named after the band?
Yes, I am.
I was thinking like Tina Turner. Yes. Beyonce. Yes. And then he said, my father. And I said, yes, my mother.
No. You can be Tina Turner. I know you really want to.
It's fine.
Oh my
You do. You want to be Tina Turner.
Darling, I know. Anywho, but if I'm thinking really straight, my father was a musician, and because of him, I became a musician. Yeah. And I learned to love this about music. So I'd probably be doing something, either a combination of these well-known icons and my roots, my father and my mom.
Yeah.
What type of music is your father?
He is, Latin American, like salsa, bachata, bolero, these type of things, but mostly ballads.
Okay, but what does he play though? What's his instrument?
He was the director of the music band, and he was the main singer of the band as well.
Awesome.
So there's a combo there.
Very cool, amazing.
Mainly percussion, but his main role was directing the band.
Awesome, amazing.
Yeah.
So basically, we can expect Tina Turner singing a Latin vibe.
Woohoo! Bring it on.
That could work.
Yeah.
That could work well.
Bring it on.
All right, let's have another piece of music, and then after that we will have just time to recap and say goodbye and that. So I want to play something by Delicious D now and Mystery. You know Delicious D, don't
right?
you?
Yes.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. He's
talented.
Yes, he's very talented. I haven't seen him for a while either. So
he's busy.
He is busy. Yeah. All right, let's hear this one then. It's a song called Slide. Absolutely love this one.
Yo, excuse me, miss, let me pause for a sec. See you wanna get the bargain, of course it's a flex. Looking pretty fly with that sauce to your neck. Give it the eye, it's got me causing a fest. Cameras rolling like the balls of a test. Like the force of a check, it's like a cause and a fest. Lay your hair down, get let's fall into steps. Cause the rose tinted glasses got me floored with a sketch. DJ spinning and the tunes are lit. When you bump it to the side, baby, move your hips. Swing side to side when the cues both mix. We be gunning for a night like this, body feels, yeah, it might be fun. Make the most of tonight, cause the night is young. It's clear that I parallels the nets, and I'm simply trying to put it to the test. Listen up, like
slip, slide, take it all in your stride. Let your hips right, I'm getting ready to ride. Wind down, we're getting busy tonight. You gotta slip, slide.
Yo, everything that I want, I've gotta have it. Vibe is always easy when you're flexing like these habits. Take a demons, let them vanish. Okay, it's Spanish, but living life and living lavish. So many things in life we take for granted. We going out tonight, so don't panic. We outside, but you're sitting on the fence. If you don't understand, let me give you it in French. Those elegant numbers on my petite. Rappers feel the heat when you sweat, but my ill physique. And when I feel the beat, it makes me feel complete. Now we just zone, I feel it in my bones. When I'm in my zone, let me just zone. We going out tonight, so sit back, baby, hold on tight. Listen up, like
slip, slide, take it all in your stride. Let your hips ride, I'm getting ready to ride. Wind down, we're getting busy tonight. You gotta slip, slide.
I'm seeing vibes and kicking it on the beach. Just give Give me the rhyme and a bit of loving to release. Radiating the heat, yeah, I'll be taking a stand. 2 feet on the ground, but stepping over the line and take my hand, yeah. Cause we're in for a treat. Attracting what we're worth, we'll never stray from the beat. Cause my vision is the reason I don't dream when I sleep. Keeping creases up my neck and the dirt on my cleats. Give me the mic and I'll be feeling fulfilled. Breezing through the lanes with one hand on the wheel. Cause you know what you're worth and I'm here for the thrills. We'll be winning the life, pull it 1-0. Yeah, with you I'm keeping it real. Mashing psychedelics like a Mario meal. And with our matching ideals, we know how to exist. Forgetting everything around us from the moment we kiss. And if you're feeling what I'm feeling, then it's butter we spread. Let's forget the beef, keep our hands on the bread. Cause if you're seeing what I'm seeing, then we can't have misread. Excuse me miss, did you mean to impress? I'm only messing, I'm confessing that your love is possessing. I'm second guessing that a blessing that's not falling on me. Forgetting that I'm fretting and I like what you're selling. And while we're stepping on the heavens, let us jump in the sea.
All the time when your body's close to mine, am I on your mind? No need to rush, just take your time. Ride with me and we'll be fine. Gotta slip, slide, take it all in your stride. Let your hips ride, I'm getting ready to ride. Wind down, we're getting busy tonight. You gotta slip,
Slip slide. I love that. Right then, so we've nearly come to the end of the show. Just a couple of things that I wanted to ask you guys. So I'm curious about where your musical influences came from. So what were you both listening to when you were children? There was music in the home. What kind of music were you listening to? Who were you listening to? Who wants to go first? Ramone.
I can go first, yeah, sure. So
Give me time to think.
I know, yeah, I'll give you time to think.
I noticed the glazed look on her face and I thought, she hasn't got a Scooby.
Avoiding.
I think, I mean, when I was younger, there was a lot of things I listened to, but I think the first kind of thing that I was really addicted to was the Beatles because of the Yellow Submarine. I mean, I suppose that animated movie, okay, it's really trippy, and I kind of think about it now, it's like extremely drug-induced movie or something like that. but I mean, I loved that movie, and then over and above that, from a pop perspective, I used to listen to a lot of Michael Jackson when I was really young. You know, I loved that. I was actually fortunate to meet him one day. Yeah.
You lucky thing.
Yeah,
How come?
So I don't know if you know this, but he used to own Sun City, which is like a resort in South Africa.
Right, yeah.
And I was there during the week one time and just walked around and happened to bump into him. And
did you talk to him?
Yes, I did for a little bit. Yeah. He was lovely, but yeah. But anyway,
I was so sad when he died.
Yeah, no, same. I mean, you know, he was a legend. So,
yeah, definitely. What about you, Zoila?
So, because I was born in a Spanish-speaking country, I might mention names that you might not know.
That's fine.
But there is a well-known singer in the Dominican Republic that's called Juan Luis Guerra. He's a Dominican singer. But also Tina Turner, obviously, and Christina Aguilera. But mostly my dad's type of old, Beatles, all that stuff. But Spanish-speaking mostly, yeah.
Good. And you're still making music in that vein as well, which we love.
It is like a weird combo, Latino, bubbly
stuff. I love
thing
it.
is going on, Afro,
Yeah, great time of year to be listening to it because it's like, summer sound, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, we've come to the end of the show. It's been so nice to sit and chat with you today, and I hope you both come back in the future. Look forward to playing more of your music.
Thank you, Kim.
You're both going to send me some more music, so that's
Yes,
super duper.
Of course.
Well, enjoy your Saturday nights. I know that, Ramone, I know you need a good rest after your big launch night last night, don't you?
Yeah, I'm getting
slobbing
told
on
for
the
this.
sofa as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's exactly what I'm going to be doing.
Best thing to do on a Saturday night. And you're going to have, I think we're all going to be just like, bottle of wine to go with it or something. Just me then.
Just you, yes.
I just hear you.
All right then, thanks ever so much. Let's just finish the show with